Everyone. I am here with Luna, and this is my newest cat. I'm going to the live dashboard now to be able to look at your chats for everybody. And welcome, 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 welcome. This always takes me a while. This is only my third time doing it, so I'm trying to get to the dashboard here, so please just bear with me for just a moment. It's going to take just a minute. As you can see, this little munchkin right here. There we go. So now I'm going to go to the live control room here, and I'm not really sure. Again, I forget how I actually went to this. So again, please bear with me so you guys can get a good look at Luna right here. So I'm not seeing any of your posts yet if you guys are posting. She's about 6 weeks old, so she's very feisty, but she's super duper duper friendly. So again, bear with me. Welcome to everybody who's here. I'm going to the manage live streams, but it's just, I'm not getting to any dashboard. So if you could just hold up, it would be great. Okay. Let me go to events. Live control room. I'm trying, guys. There we are. Yay. Okay. I should be able to see your comments now. Okay. So I see. I do see people on here, but let's see. Okay, so I see that there are 8 people. I don't see anybody in the chat yet, so I guess we're good here. Let me go back. All right, so let's go. Let's go here to the chat. Let me just figure this out. Let's see if I have anything going on. Oh, here we go. Okay, now I'm getting it. Yay! Hey guys. Hey, Tanya. Hello, Michael. Hello, Vanja. Victoria, hello. Okay, awesome. We are in business now. So today we're gonna just start out. So I'm gonna start out by saying what I said in my last video. My websites are still down. That's perfectly normal. I'm in the middle of migrating them. And in addition to that, creating a new website. If you guys want to reach out to me, the email address is michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. So if you want to book a reading, that's definitely where you're going to go to book a reading. So that's the one part of the business. The other part of the business is that I'm more than halfway done with my Twin Flame book. And as I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to do some pre-orders second week in August for the Twin Flame book. And so, yeah, so what I wanted to start out with was a comment that one of the viewers had made and with a question. And the question was, how do I create boundaries or like healthy boundaries with my twin flame and still love them unconditionally? Because that's like super duper important. I know a lot of you are coming out of actual like codependent relationships or maybe like abusive relationships or just like relationships that were like really bad or had a lot of argumentation, or maybe your twin flame relationship, as you guys were coming together, there were a lot of issues and problems, which is not uncommon for the twin flame connection before separation. So my quick answer, because I know I would love to get to your questions. I would love to pull some cards for those of you that are online. And I know there's not a whole lot of people online. I know people, August is generally a month of, July and August are generally months of vacations. So I'm fully cognizant of that. I owned a yoga studio for 10 years, and I do know July and August were typically our slowest months. So same thing, a lot of people on vacation and all. But my quick answer for that is you can love somebody unconditionally from afar. So even if you're experiencing like bad behavior is what I like to call it, like behavior that's not acceptable to you, just know that you can still love that person unconditionally and just say, you know what, like, I'm not ready to deal with this right now. And it looks like you might have some stuff that you're dealing with, but let's just put this on the back burner until you've dealt with what you need to deal with, or you've gotten over that addiction, or you've broken up the marriage, or whatever the case may be. But it's perfectly well acceptable to love someone unconditionally and just create your space, create that loving space for yourself. So honestly, that is the best way to go about it. I would say don't put yourself in a situation that's going to bring you down. And if someone's at a lower energy level than you, and a lot of you that have been watching the videos have been working really, really hard on your spiritual development, on your sense of self-worth, on your sense of self-love. So a lot of you have been working really, really hard at that. And when you're new to creating boundaries, when you're new to practicing self-love and self-respect and not putting yourself in situations that are just detrimental. They don't necessarily have to be harmful, but just detrimental to your well-being. It's hard when you have that newfound freedom. Like, it's super duper hard to not go back to that and not let yourself be dragged down by someone who is calibrating at a much lower energy. Now, we're not talking about being in the helping profession, because obviously many of you are healers. Many of you work in like the healing industry, or maybe you're a massage therapist or a physician, or like usually light workers are in some sort of healing business. So we're not talking about like with your clients. If you're a Reiki practitioner, a naturopath, or whatever the case may be, like in the healing industry, you're going to deal with people who are operating a lot of times with lower energies, but that doesn't mean that. It means you clear yourself of that. But I'm talking about people that are in your inner circle. So people that are in your inner circle, you want to keep those people, the people that are of high vibration. So yeah, so put that shield of protection around you, but also create those boundaries. Like, super duper important to create the boundaries. So I see Sheila is there. Yay. Yeah, Sheila's there. And oh, yay. Okay, so Sheila, is it Shell or Sheila? It's Shell, right? It's not Sheila. So I'm gonna, is it like Shell, like Michelle? So Shell, I'm going to actually pull a card for you. You'll be the first card that I pull for you. Your angels will just tell you like what they want you to know today, like where you're at, what they want you to know. It's Shelly. Oh, that's my nickname too. Nobody knows that. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. But that's only my nickname with my parents and my sister. Like, nobody else knows that, but YouTube land now knows it. Or at least the twin flame community in YouTube land now knows it. So, all right, Shelly, let's pick a card. And this is my favorite deck. This is the Angel Tarot deck. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. Okay. They made me turn this deck around to show you guys. Let me tell you the last two cards. Oh my God. The last two cards that were at the bottom of the deck, and when I turned it around, my angels wanted me to pick these two cards. This is nuts. This is totally nuts. Okay, Shelly, here you go. 3 of water and 10 of water. 3 of water and 10 of water. This is nuts. This is insane. Okay. So 3 of water is, if you guys don't know, this is the marriage card. It's like the 3 of cups. It's like celebrating weddings, celebrations, marriages. And then the 10 of water is the happy family. So there you go, Shelly. There you go. Crazy, 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 crazy. There are no mistakes. Craziness. Okay, so, oh, it's totally nuts. Okay. Yeah, you guys don't need to sign up. If I see your comments going by, I'll pull a card for you if you ask. So this is not just designed to be pulling cards. It's designed to ask questions about the twin flame journey, to clear up any, I don't know, misunderstandings about what the journey is about. And I always ask for heaven's guidance on the way into this. So on the way into my readings, on the way into my live streams. Oh man, and this card just pulled. Okay. So this is for the next 2 people who asked for a card, and literally I wasn't doing anything. I was shuffling the deck and it actually just fell out. So, whew. Okay, here we go. This is for the next 2 people. I can't remember who asked. We have the Justice card that just flew. It literally just flew out of the deck. So Justice, the number 8, it can be representation of the infinity symbol. 8 is a number of abundance. Archangel Arielle is actually represented on this card. This is a major arcana card. Major arcana, if you guys are not familiar with tarot, major arcana usually represents major life events. Archangel Arielle, who is represented on this card, is the archangel of relationships. So Archangel Arielle, you can talk to him as your friend to help you through difficulties in relationships. So as you see, there's the scales here. So what I'm seeing in this is that there's been some imbalance and injustice in this journey for the next few of you that were asking for cards, right? And if this resonates for you, this is absolutely for you too. So what this is indicating to me is that there's been this extreme imbalance, and in your twin flame connection, you're feeling like maybe you're really doing a lot of the work for the union and reunion in the twin flame, and you're feeling like it's not fair. You're feeling like it's not fair that you're doing all the work and your twin is not doing like the work that you believe that they should be doing. Now, again, everybody has their own journey. Everyone has their own timeline and their trajectory, and we should never infuse our will on another person's life. So they're going to have their journey no matter what. But what this is indicating, Archangel Arielle is coming to tell you with that Justice card that the scales will be balanced. The scales will be balanced and things are going to go in your favor. So don't worry. Please don't worry about that. Sheila just said, I feel my twin flame Leo loves this Libra, but how can I be certain? Would that mean that you're a Libra, Sheila? I'm not really sure. So can you go through separation? Kat says, can you go through separation without meeting, huh? Or am I still going to be in more pain without meeting what? Kat, could you clarify? Because I want to answer that question. I just don't understand. Can you go through separation without meeting what? Oh, in real life. Oh, got it. Okay, sorry. I don't know all the diminutives yet. Without meeting in real life, meaning that you haven't yet met your twin flame? Or did you, like, have you been with them on chat or like on FaceTime? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. So again, a little bit of clarification, then I can answer you. So over the internet, got it. So you have been chatting, I suppose. Okay. The answer is yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, when you have that connection, you have that connection, you have that connection, whether it's like talking and chatting through FaceTime or talking on the phone or texting. I mean, a lot of the activation for twin flames happens over seeing each other's faces because a lot of the communication happens through the eyes and the aura. So a lot of times it's tricky. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's really tricky to have that full-on activation unless if you've actually seen the person in person. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that it's tricky. And that's where a lot of people have a lot of confusion surrounding that. But the question about separation too, it really comes into play when there are reunions and then separation, and then reunions and then separation. And that absolutely does happen. Now, let me say this. I'm going to tell you guys that you will reach a point, even in separation, that you transcend the pain of the separation. That does happen. You're not going to feel in pain forever. I know now it kind of feels like you're going to feel in pain forever, but you're actually not. You're going, like, your healing process is going to go through a transformation during which you will transcend that pain, where the separation does not feel painful anymore. It just, you have so much self-love and you're giving yourself everything you need that it will come to a point where it doesn't even really matter if you're with your twin or not. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't be with your twin. It just means that your life isn't hanging on it. And so that pain is not going to be so intense because it's just, you don't need it in the way that you needed it when you were going through that healing process, if that makes sense. So please comment if that made sense to you. Okay, so Vanja asked, how can we grow together or help each other if one of us is conscious and the other is not, and is not spiritual at all? Okay, so that actually happens in a lot of instances where one twin is awakening to the spiritual journey of what this twin flame connection is supposed to be about. And the other twin is not fully awakened to the journey, or is still like living in darkness, or is living with something like an addiction, or is like in life in the fast lane, so to speak. I did a reading really early on in this process, in my twin flame process, for a client who this beautiful connection, like this connection was really real. Like it was a real twin flame connection. It was not a false twin flame connection. And the issue with this one twin flame, it wasn't that he wasn't so much spiritual. It's just that he was kind of living life in the fast lane. And he had to go through a lot of maturity aspects to not live a life in the fast lane, so to speak. And I don't know if he did or if he will, but we literally have zero control over the trajectory of our twin. So their growth pattern, like, we have zero control over that. The only thing we have control over is our own development, is our own spiritual development. And so if you are, like, again, it goes back to that. If you are hanging on to the notion that unless your twin is going to be spiritually awakened and connect with you in reunion in the 3D, like, if you're hanging on that, then A, your awakening is not complete. And then B, you're going to stay rooted in that pain. You're just going to stay rooted in that pain, and you're not going to transcend the pain until you can come to an acceptance that you can be happy even if your twin is not fully awakened. You can be enlightened even if your twin isn't fully awakened. Now, let me say this, though. This is really important that I say this, and like you guys capture it, is that if your counterpart is your true twin, then any spiritual work that you do toward transcendence, like transcending like the ego and transcending this neediness, meaning like the codependent type neediness that we all tend to have in relationships and like normal relationships, your twin doesn't have any, like, there's no other choice your twin has is but to change. Now, the timing might be different, but you guys are connected as one soul. So if you're evolving as a soul, guess what? The other half of your soul is evolving too. So I hope that helped. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So hold on. Let me just, hey, Hexy Ho, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so Victoria says, my twin flame is married and we have been in separation. I can feel him working on himself and seeing his truth. Do I sit back and let him do it alone, or do I offer my help? He doesn't want the separation? Or are you asking me? Okay. The answer is yes and yes. So, Victoria, I'm assuming that in this couple that you're the divine feminine. Please verify, like send me a message to say like if you think that you're the divine feminine in the couple. So if you are the divine feminine, and this really highlights the differences between the energetic pull between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So here's the difference between the energetic pull. The divine feminine, in order to balance out the yin yang, needs to stay in the feminine energy. As I mentioned, I believe we talked about this in the last Q&A too. The divine feminine energy is actually the more passive energy. So, but it's an attractive energy. It's a passive attractive energy. It's a magnetic pull. So yeah, so Victoria's confirming that she is the divine feminine. So the feminine energy, and I'm getting goosebumps. So when I get goosebumps, it's like my angels telling me like, you're spot on. This is exactly what we want you to say. So the divine feminine energy is a passive lunar energy. So the divine feminine is to hold the space for the divine masculine to come forward. Therefore, the divine masculine is the king, if you will, is the king, you're the queen. So the divine masculine is the king. The king needs to figure out his trajectory all by himself, and then he needs to come toward you, because that's the energy of the masculine. The energy of the masculine is a coming toward. The energy of the divine feminine is a sitting, allowing. So it's holding that bowl of empty space and using the natural attractive energy or the magnetic energy of the feminine in order to create space for the masculine to come forward. So I hope that helps. That the answer is, in the trajectory, your divine masculine is the one that needs to do the work for himself, even if it's a female. So remember, we said like gender doesn't matter. I'm just using the pronouns for divine masculine, he, divine feminine, she, just to make it simple. But I would say just let them do their work. That's it. They need to do the work. Point blank. Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much. Thank you for loving my videos. I love you guys for watching. Without you guys, you know, I wouldn't have any viewers. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Vanja asked, and the feeling of unconditional love and acceptance is the only way to go through all the pain. So I would add to that, yes, unconditional love and acceptance, but we don't ignore our own feelings, okay? So you want to hold the space for your own feelings and be compassionate, loving, and empathetic toward yourself as well. So that includes giving yourself what you need. Don't hold back from yourself. Don't sit and do the waiting game. You want to give yourself what you need. And that was something that I learned in this journey. And it was, and I mentioned last time that I had a very good mentor that helped teach me that. And it wasn't that I wasn't doing it. Of course I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it on every single level. There was a part of me that was waiting for my divine masculine to come around in order to do certain things. And what this mentor explained to me was, she said, you can't play the waiting game. You need to give yourself everything that you want to receive. In it's something as simple as getting my cat, right? Something as simple as getting my kitten. Now, I don't know, because I was fooling around with the control board. I don't know if you guys saw Luna, my kitten, at the beginning of the feed, but that was that was actually one of the things that I had to do, was not wait to get my kitten. So there you go. Sunburst of Love says, so helpful. Is all of this information in your twin flame book? Yes. Yes. Everything is going to be in the book. Everything. Yeah, of course. So Sheila says, yes, we communicate a lot through our eyes. Yes, of course, of course, of course. All twin flames do. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So Jai said, that's why we went on vacation. That's awesome. Taking care of yourself. That's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, yeah, I can't wait to have my book published either. Honestly, you guys, I love the writing process. It's so beautiful and wonderful and magnificent. It's probably, when I'm book writing, that's probably one of my favorite periods of time. Like last year I published 2 books, but it's really one of my, and then, you know, this will be my 8th book, but it is one of my favorite times. It's just kind of like, it's kind of like when you're pregnant and you kind of can't wait for the pregnancy to be over, but you kind of like it when you are pregnant. For some of you, I liked being pregnant, but, so GB1 says, find your channel last night. Thanks for the awesome feedback. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's pronounced J. Oh, J. Okay. All right, here we go. Cats. Oh, thank you, Kat. That is so nice. Give me a little book symbol. So that's awesome. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pull a card. Who wants a card pulled? Because I haven't seen the chat go by completely. So first person that texts will get a card pulled. And I've done some awesome readings this week, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a leg. Okay. GB1 says, okay, I'm gonna do it for GB1. Oh wow, you guys are hilarious. I love it. Okay. Okay, if this resonates with you, obviously, then it's for you too, but I'm doing GB1. I don't know your situation, but I'm just gonna ask what your angels and guides would like for you to know for GB1. Okay, this one just seems to come out. Oh wow, okay, here we go. 3 of Earth. So 3 of Earth is actually a really good card. It's the Power of Creativity card. It's an Earth card. It's indicating that your hard work will pay off, that you've done a lot of teamwork. Any projects that you're working on will be super duper successful, creating abundance, creating recognition, creating accolades. It could be that you've done a really super good job at work or at school, whatever you happen to be working on, building with teamwork and doing an excellent, excellent, excellent job. In romantic partnership, what it can also indicate is just like working together with somebody. On the flip side, what 3s can sometimes indicate is a third party that really doesn't need to be there. But that's it. I mean, but usually this is a really good, 3 of Earth is usually a really, really, really good card. Just, again, indicating abundance and accolades for really good work being done. Okay. So Sonia says, okay, I'm going to pull a card for Brigitte because she's written me like 5 times, I think, stating she wanted a card pulled. First, Sonia says, anything in your book regarding the power of our voices. So Sonia, in 2 of my previous books, you can write this down. The first one is Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, exploring your 7 energy centers with mindfulness, yoga, and Ayurveda. In that one, and in the Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda, an easy guide to a healthy lifestyle, I talk a lot about 5th chakra issues, the power of your voice. I talk a lot about that because when I was 28, I had thyroid cancer. And what I discovered through the healing process of my thyroid cancer was that I had a lot of 5th chakra issues, which is dealing with the power of communication, the power of having your own voice. So that being said, in the Twin Flame book, I'm not speaking specifically about that issue because I've already extensively mentioned it in both of those books. So if you're really interested in finding out more about opening up that 5th chakra, I would say definitely buy those 2 books. I have them on Audible books as well. So Brigitte, is it Brigitte? Brigitte, right? Okay, Brigitte, what's going on? What's going on? Do you have a twin flame, Brigitte? Okay, let's see. Okay, this is for Brigida. And again, if it resonates with you, then it's meant for you too. Okay. Will my twin flame be back? Okay. So the short answer is yes. Twin flames always come back. They always come back. If it's a twin flame, they always, 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 always come back. Okay. And whoa. Okay. Brigida, your angels are telling you it's time to rest. Take a rest, take a rest, take a rest, take a rest. It could mean that just you're working too hard on this. You've been reflecting too hard. You've been working too hard. It's about meditation, finding the answers, taking a rest, relaxation, taking a vacation. Your angels are also saying, like, take a vacation from your thoughts. Take a rest from your thoughts. Do some mindfulness meditation. Do some sound bowl meditations. Listen to some quiet music. Go by a stream or ocean or body of water. Turn off music, turn off the TV, turn off the internet. Like, rest, silence, quiet. Okay? So that's what you need right now. You need to not let your mind be so busy. And in your quiet meditation, the answers will come to you. Okay? So that's what your angels want you to know. Okay, so Anya says, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, I have no idea if the person that I feel is my twin flame is actually my twin flame and it's killing me. Yanel says that. Okay, you're welcome, Brigida. I write about this and I do videos on this as well about the resounding question that a lot of viewers ask, and that is this person my twin flame? So the quick answer is, you know, because that person lives inside of you. So if you are doing your work, and your work, like I told Brigida, your work, part of your work is meditating daily, you guys. You need to be in silence and meditation in order to have the spiritual growth that you need to turn off the chatter of the mind. The answers are inside of you. Your intuition will tell you. If you get quiet enough, you'll be able to know, because then you'll be able, and remember in the last video, if you guys viewed my last video on getting healthy, I talked about creating and being a clear channel for your angel messages. And if you're not able to be a clear channel, you'll stay in the state of confusion. And when you're in the state of confusion, you have questions about a lot of things and you don't know what's right in front of you. It's almost like with a twin flame, the answer is right in front of you. It's literally, the answer is there. It's right in front of you. And if you're doubting it, then you're not silent enough in the mind to understand and know. But if you get silent, then the messages will come through to you and you'll actually know the answer. So that's my lengthy answer. Now, the more succinct answer is, if you're really like not in a good place right now, and I know when you're in the dark night of the soul, when you're in separation, when you're in pain, when you're crying a lot, it can be difficult to know, right? It can be difficult to have these answers. I totally get that. I understand that. And really the only way you can really tell is to get a personalized reading, either with me or with another reader. It doesn't matter. But get a personalized reading. I mean, seriously, it can't hurt, right? So, but I would say that would be a better way if you're really having a hard time, like, listening to your intuition because you're having too many emotions surrounding this topic. So, okay, so let's see. Okay, I recently texted, okay, so I am going to, I'm going to pull a card for, okay. This is for Agnes and Sunbursts of Love because they both have a similar question. We're talking more about like receptivity of the divine masculine, and if they're open and receptive to receiving right now messages from you or union from you or whatever the case may be. Like, let's pull. This is going to be for both of you guys because I just felt energetically that your questions were very similar. So let's do that right now. Divine masculine. Okay. Well, first of all, this is one of the cards that I consider to be a twin flame card. This is 11. You got it. Okay, it's the Strength card. It is Archangel Arielle, which is one of the archangels of abundance, manifestation, and of nature and earth and environment. So having to do with balance in the universe. As you see in the imagery, she's holding onto a leash, but she's tamed a tiger, which is normally a wild beast. And she's able to do this through love, compassion, and forgiveness. So here is my answer to you both, to Agnes and Sunburst of Love. Here is my answer to you guys. If you are staying in the space of compassion, empathy, love, and forgiveness, and staying in that space, like really, truly staying in that space, your divine masculine is going to be open and receptive to responding, to coming back into union, but it's going to take some work and practice. Like, make sure you're staying in that space of love, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness for anything from the past. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Tanya. Okay, Tanya, I know you've written a few times, so let me do a quick pull of card for you, Tanya. And again, I'm not sure of your situation, but let's see what your angels have to tell you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Sunburst of Love. Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And also, I think Agnes was in there too. So this is for Tanya. Oh, Tanya. Persistence pays off. So again, if this resonates with you, then this is for you. 4 of Fire, which is basically, as you see these two pillars, 11, 11. Look at the two pillars, 11, 11. Ah, we got an 11 card and we got an 11, 11 card. Holy moly, guacamole. Okay, so this is basically the love and marriage card. The love and marriage card. It's about stability, right? It's about stability. It's about creating a home, buying a home, having abundance, having a joyful relationship, being married, all of that jazz. So really good, you guys. Again, if this is resonating with you, then that's it. Like, you guys are almost there. Like, you seriously, this collective, this divine feminine collective is honestly almost there. Like, you guys are almost there. Okay. If you guys want a personalized reading, I do 45-minute readings that are $95 and 90-minute readings that are $175. Again, you can email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. to set those readings up. So, so it says, if Hexie says, if you're seeing a lot of synchronicity like angels numbers, does it mean that reunion is near or just that you're on the right path? It can mean both, actually. It can actually mean both. A lot of times when you're seeing numbers synchronistically, or you're having synchronistic events, or you run into like 777, 444, 222, 111, it usually indicates that your angels and guides are just telling you you're on the right path, or they're trying to give you a heads up to look out for a message, for example. Like sometimes there's a different message that you need to see, and your angels and guides are going to actually give you that through the numbers, just to say, hey, pay attention, have a heads up, here's what's coming, and then look out for the signs, look out for the messages. And that's like super duper important to just like stay awake, you guys. Seriously, this is such a crucial time right now. So many things are happening. For the new moon, so the new moon, I believe it's tomorrow, which is July 31st. For the new moon, Mercury is actually going direct. So as Mercury goes back direct, we might still be in the shadow of Mercury retrograde for the next few days, but as Mercury turns direct, remember, communication is going to be a lot better. So communication is going to clear up, communication is going to open up, communication is going to be a lot better. And you might be hearing from your twin, even if you've been ghosted or you've been blocked by your twin. So yeah. Alexis says, thank you, Michelle. That was for me too. I couldn't write because I was driving. You're so right about staying in love and compassion. Awesome. So you're driving and listening to me on live stream? That is pretty darn awesome. That is so darn awesome. Oh my God. Okay. So, let me address something that Oriana, even though I didn't read the whole feed because it kind of went by super duper fast. I just saw Alexis's reaction. Okay. Okay, here we go. Your twin, and this is for everybody, your twin is going to show up in ways that reflect the lessons that you need to learn. Okay, does that make sense? If the lessons you need to learn are, I need to have more self-respect, then your twin is going to show up and show you disrespect. In order for you to create more self-respect, that is what your twin is going to show up and do, is disrespect you. If you need to learn to play nice in the sandbox, meaning like not react when people act in a certain way. So like if you're in a sandbox, if you're a kid, if you're a 5-year-old in a sandbox and another kid throws sand in your face, is your reaction to throw sand back in that kid's face? So your twin is going to show up for you in the way of the lessons that you actually need to learn. So if you react to your twin's poor behavior, then that's the stuff that you need to work through. That has absolutely nothing to do with your twin. Absolutely nothing. Your twin is just a mirror. Your twin is holding up that mirror for you to show you what you need to work on. That's it. It's like, that's what this journey is, you guys. It's about clearing out your own wounds. It's about clearing out all the crap within you that needs to be cleared out, because you cannot be in union with your twin or in reunion with your twin unless if you've cleared out all your crap. Like, that's just, for this collectivity, that's what's happening. Now, I know for twin flames of the past that first came together and then had separations and came together, we're talking 5, 6, 10, 15 years ago, that collectivity was different. That collectivity was totally different, meaning that twin flames were coming together and then working through their crap together. This collectivity, like this 2019, 2018, 2019, 2020 collectivity, us, we are in this collectivity. that we are working through our wounds in separation for the most part. We're working through our wounds in separation. So because we're working through our wounds in separation, when our twin does communicate with us and then they are triggering us, that is designed to help us heal. And the more you are triggered, the more healing you have to do. That's basically what it's about. It's like the more you're triggered, you have the healing to do, not that other person. They're just showing you a mirror. They're literally holding a mirror up to your face. So that, yeah, that's it. Like, that's stuff you have to work through. Gigi says, thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm talking about, is this transcendence that happens. The transcendence that actually does happen is, and like I said, this happened for me. The real transcendence actually happened for me about a month and a half to 2 months ago, where I wasn't triggered anymore. Like, I didn't have that deep sense of like sadness or the deep sense of desperation, the disturbance of my peace. Like, it happened because I had worked through a lot of the triggers that were happening, but also because I just came to this place where I learned how to love myself in a way that I thought wasn't even possible. And this was all on a subconscious level, because I always thought, oh, I love myself, I'm good. But it goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot more layers to self-love than what you think is on the surface. So yeah. Yeah, Alexis says, I read somewhere, respond, don't react. That's easier said than done. Yeah, and like sometimes you just don't even need to respond. But see, that's the thing, is that we don't need to react and we don't need to respond. See, that's the thing, is like, other people's stuff is other people's stuff. Our stuff is our stuff. Feel your feelings. Don't bury your feelings under a rug, of course. But people are going to react in certain ways to triggers and to things that you might even say that you never intended to be bad or awful or anything, that just might react that way. But yeah, it's not, oh, thank you. Brigitte saw my kitten in the beginning. Yay. I wasn't sure if you guys saw her. I was like trying to figure out the whole dashboard thing. So in Wendy says, yeah. So, Wendy says, I reacted as well, and I felt like I was being ignored. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So everybody knows, like, I think in this collective, like, everybody knows what it feels like to be ghosted, because I think everybody at some point by their twin flame, they've been ghosted or blocked even. It really, really, really sucks, right? It totally sucks. It's like completely awful to be ignored by this person that you have so much affinity with and for, and so much love for. I realized that my twin, when he was doing that, I realized that it had nothing to do with me. Like, it really had nothing to do with me at all. Like, I thought it did in the beginning. And then I realized that it really had nothing to do with me. And then once I realized that, I was just like, okay, whatever. That behavior is his behavior, it's not mine. My twin is a ghost. Okay. The pre-sale date of my book. So I will take orders for pre-sale second week in August. So as I mentioned, I'm going to take a bunch of pre-sale orders that will be signed copies of the book, and I will get the shipment in, sign all the copies for the pre-orders, and then send them out. So that the pre-orders will start second week in August, and we'll go through, I'm thinking, first week in September. By mid-September, I will be sending out, I can't believe I'm putting dates on this, but I have to do that. So yeah, the book cover, everything should be done August 9th. So you guys will get to see at least the cover by then. So yeah, I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. Okay. Oh my goodness, everything's going like so fast. How much will you sell them for, the books? Okay, so, okay, let me just finish with the book conversation, then you're very, very welcome, Tanya. Thank you. Okay, so the pre-ordered copies are going to be $25 each. That includes the shipping. That's because it's a signed copy, okay? And that's also because I'm paying the shipping fee. If you do and wind up ordering it on Amazon and not through me, it's going to be less. It's going to be around $15 or $16. Amazon sets the price, not me, because Amazon does take a cut of the book. So there's like depending on the page count and everything, there's like a minimal amount that you can actually put for the actual book for sale. So, but it'll be available on Kindle too. So Kindle's price is usually $9.99. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you should be able to read it on Kindle Unlimited. If you want a paperback copy, like I said, you can order on Amazon. If you buy it through me, it'll be $25 for that first wave. And then anytime like anyone wants a signed copy through me, that'll be the price. Because again, like I said, I'm paying for the shipping. Basically, you're paying for like, you know, my time of like processing, shipping, and all that jazz. If you order multiple copies, I imagine the multiple copies will be less, just a little bit less, you know what I mean? So I can send them out together. And then what I'm going to do too is that if you want to do an add-on and order a signed copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy at the same time as the Twin Flame book, just for the price of that book, the Chakra Healing book, just $15 extra, which is the actual price of the book. I'll send that signed copy as well as the Twin Flame signed copy book as well, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. So thank you. Okay. I'm looking at Kaylee's. I realize, but I don't know what to do. My twin flame is young. Okay. Kaylee, I just want to pull a card for you. So we've only got a few minutes left. I'm going to pull a card for Kaylee really quickly because I feel like Kaylee needs some help here. Let's just see what your angels want to say to you, Kaylee. All right, this is for Kaylee. What do your angels and guides want to know? There we go. Okay. Yeah, Kaylee. Kaylee. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, Kaylee, this is 5 of air. 5 of air is usually when you're stuck in a situation you don't want to be in. It can also mean that somebody else's motives are not pure or for your best interest. So it could just indicate that there's somebody in your life, there's somebody in your circle. I don't know if it's your twin flame currently, but there's somebody who's not working for you and in your life through integrity, that they're out of integrity. And it could also just mean that like you're feeling a little bit stuck and there's some changes that you do need to make. So the root of your unhappiness is perfectly well within your control to make the changes that you know that you need to make in order to get yourself to a better place where you feel happier. So that is your mini reading. Kat says, okay, I'm going to pull one more card. Thank you, Nina, for watching. Thank you, CC Biz, for watching. Oh, thanks, Alexis. You're reading the Chakra Healing book. Awesome. And hey, you guys, if you end up reading Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, it would be great if you buy it through Amazon, because I think you have to buy it through Amazon to leave a review, but it would be awesome if you guys could leave a review on Amazon for chakra healing if you actually read the book. I would say don't leave a review if you haven't read the book, but if you read the book, if you do read the book, please, yeah, definitely. Okay, so this is for Kat. Got Kat here. What's going on with Kat? Oh my gosh, Kat. Oh no. Okay, this could mean you or your twin. This could mean either or, okay? It's the ego card, number 15. Now, we got to remember what this means is that either somebody is wearing a false mask and not showing their true self, or it could mean that you have this false sense of entrapment, that you feel trapped in a situation, in a circumstance, and you feel like there's not a whole lot you can do to change the situation. And what your angels and guides mean to tell you is that there's absolutely something you can do to change the situation. It's not an impossibility to change the situation. This can also indicate addictions, okay? So it can indicate addictions for you or for your twin in this case. It could be addictions to drugs or alcohol. It could be addictions to food, addictions to media, social media. It could be anything, but it's usually something along those lines. But yeah, it's like, don't have those fear-based thoughts. Like, beautify your thoughts, because however you're feeling trapped, however your twin is feeling trapped, it's just an illusion, right? So when somebody's wearing a mask, or when we see things through a mask, it's just an illusion. So it's almost like, take off the mask and be able to see things clearly, and then you will know that you'll know which direction to turn to. Okay. So so yeah, I mean, what I wanted to say, and like, if you missed this about um if you missed this about boundaries, okay? Part of our healing journey is to be able to create healthy boundaries. I did do some videos on creating healthy boundaries. Look in my videos, you'll see some on creating healthy boundaries. A lot of light workers, and I refer to us as light workers, a lot of light workers have a really difficult time setting boundaries. And as a result of not setting boundaries, we find ourselves in awful relationships, in codependent relationships. Even though we might be really enlightened, we find ourselves in these completely awful scenarios, in these relationships that we don't need to be in. Or we let the person or people walk all over us. And creating healthy boundaries is a way to help us feel safe. So there are a couple of really, really good books on creating boundaries. One is literally called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud, and I forget the other author. And then the second one is called Safe People. It's about recognizing safe people, literally. So I would say, if you're having a hard time creating boundaries between you and other people, especially people that are toxic or people that you have to deal with because they're family or colleagues or something, I would say definitely work on that, because that's actually part of your work. Part of your work is getting over this sense of codependency. And again, for most of us who are empaths, light workers, sensitive souls, that's a huge issue for us. So definitely check those books out. Look at the videos that I created on setting boundaries, be able to set healthy boundaries, but still being able to love unconditionally. So that is like the most important thing on this journey, because as you guys are healing and getting toward your display of self-love, this love that you have for yourself, you're going to need to hold that space and create those boundaries for yourself and for others, and also your own self-respect. And your twin is going to understand and know when you have that amount of self-respect. So definitely you guys keep the faith. This journey is real. I totally get, and I know Brigida's just saying like, have you met your twin flame? Are you talking to me? Of course I've met my twin flame. I talk about him all the time. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I would just say keep the faith, you guys. Stay on this path. Just, keep going, keep doing your work. Take some time for meditation, take some time for yourself, take some time to rest, right? And stay smiling. Like, honestly, you guys are almost there. And when you really feel like inside of yourself that you are so happy and blissful, and it doesn't matter if you reunite with your twin, but like happily, it doesn't matter. Like you're just like, I'm just so happy. I'm amazing. Like I'm amazed at how wonderful I am. And like you really feel that on the inside, and you don't feel lonely and you don't feel stressed. Like you're just bright. You're this bright light. When you reach that point, you'll be amazed. Your twin flame will show up. So that's the trick right there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys so much. Please keep watching. Thanks again. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on my book. To book a reading, again, michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. Love you guys. Love you guys oh so much. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.